Welcome to the Moore Realtors Weekly St. Louis Real Estate Market Update. I'm Dennis Norman, one of the brokers at Moore, and if you'll give me a few minutes of your time, I'll bring you up to date on what's happening in the St. Louis housing market. Let's jump right in with the real estate news. Here's a few of the headlines this week from St. Louis's best local source of news and information on the St. Louis housing market. That's stlouisrealestatenews.com. An article about interest rates setting a new record. First time in history, the 30-year fixed rate mortgage rate fell below 4%. You won't believe how affordable that makes housing, especially with the lower prices. A great article showing how Clear Capital had St. Louis on the list of 15 hottest real estate markets in September. That's great news. An article by Thomas Lucier, an author who's written several books on real estate and investing in real estate. An article on how to use the internet to perform due diligence on real property. And finally, an article by a local mortgage banker on St. Louis mortgage interest rates and showing you how to slash the cost of home ownership. This and much, much more is at stlouisrealestatenews.com. Now let's get into the market data for the week. And the first few slides I'm going to show you here are real-time. It's all real-time data for this week for the entire St. Louis metropolitan area, so the entire St. Louis metro area. And we'll see that this week median list price of homes, $182,000, about the same. Most expensive listing on the market, still at $7.2 million. Average days on market's been increasing, 176 days. The average asking price per foot is $98 a foot. And then jumping down here to our market action index, it is at 13, same as it's been for a while, so it is cold, it's a buyer's market. Quick reminder, a market action index of 30 is a perfectly balanced market, doesn't favor buyers or sellers. The higher it goes above 30 up to a high of 60, the more it favors sellers, the hotter the market is. The lower it goes down towards 0, the colder it is, the more it favors buyers. Here's a look back at where the market action index has been since its inception back in 2008. And we can see it's bounced around quite a bit, hit a low here last year in the summer. Hit a high early this year and then has dropped down, but is making its way back up. If we look at it by different price ranges, not surprisingly, we can see this pale blue line at the top. It shows this is for the lowest fourth of the market, so the lowest quarter of priced homes in the St. Louis metro area actually has the highest market action index, which is good. And the quarter of the market that has the lowest market action index down below 10 actually is the upper end of the market, the top 1/4 priced homes in the St. Louis area. This chart again for the St. Louis metropolitan area shows the median price trend over the past year. The yellow line or orange line is a 90-day average, so a little smoother, it shows longer term trends. The black line is a 7-day average, it's a little quicker to react to what's going on in the market. And we can see specifically to that point, the orange line is headed down here, but we see the black line, 7-day average, is jumping back up. So potentially, even though it looks like we're headed toward another dip here, potentially we may not. If next week, if this black line continues up, we'll see that orange one start going up too, so we'll just have to watch it. Now the slides I'm going to get to are for a little more focused more on the St. Louis market. These are all for the St. Louis 5-county area, which would include the city of St. Louis County, St. Charles County, Jefferson County, and Franklin County. So that is the bulk of the market here, and this is data based upon those 5 counties. We'll see this first one shows the number of sales and average sales prices. We can see September, which most of the data should be in for September. We may see this change a little bit, but as of now, September, the blue column shows the number of sales. And September came in at about the same as July. We can see the highlight of the summer was June. The green line shows sales prices, the average sales price, and we can see that actually, while it dipped down in September from the summer highs, it's trending back upward. It's just a little over 150,000 here, maybe close to 160. And in terms of the number of sales, looks like we're around 1,700, 1,750. This next slide This shows median home sales prices, the actual prices they sold for, and days to sell, so how long it took them to sell. So these are homes that sold in the past year in this 5-county area. And the green line represents the median sales price, blue how long it took to sell. And we can see while the sales prices have been bouncing around from almost the 140 range to about the 120 range. They peaked in the summer and have definitely trended down since, and are now down around the 120 range. Days on market hit a high of about 100 days to sell, dropped to a low here close to 60 late spring, early summer, but has been trending back upward and is now around 80 days. This next slide, this shows the ratio of sales price to list price for the past year. The blue line represents the sales price to list price at the time it was sold. So this is after any adjustments were made on price and after sellers lowered price along the way. The green line represents the sales price to the original list price. So what percentage of what the house was originally listed for did it sell for? And now, while this is not an indicator of what the home values are or home prices, this is more an indicator of how accurately homes are being priced on the market, and also kind of a leading indicator of where the market is headed. This is why it's critical that, particularly in a volatile market like this, that listing agents do their job, and that sellers select a listing agent that has the tools and resources available to them to know the market, understand the market, and then the experience and the knowledge to give them the confidence to set and tell the seller sometimes what they don't want to hear, which is what reality is about the price, because overpricing a home right now in this market is very detrimental to the seller. As prices are dropping, the longer you sit on the market, the worse it is. So we'll see here that recently homes are selling for about 96% of what they're listed for at the time of sale. And that's pretty good. If we were in a really good market, this would be almost 100%. But what's really not too good is we can see as of September, homes are only selling for about 90% of what they were originally listed at. So that would either indicate that home prices are dropping fast, which they're not dropping that fast, or listing agents are just not doing a good job of educating sellers and are not pricing the homes accurately to start with. This is just a long-term look at what's happened with the median list prices and sales prices. The blue line represents median list prices over the last 10 years. Green line, median sales prices over the last 10 years. Everything peaked in 06. But we can see here, though, going into 2010 to 11 period, the blue line shows that list prices have flattened, and the green line, though, shows the sales prices are dropping. So what this could show, this shows one of two things. And this could show that, in fact, the market's improving. If this was coupled with increasing sales activity, then I might say this shows that prices are getting ready to head upward, because list prices are the best leading indicator of what sales prices are going to be. However, we're not seeing an increase in sales activity. So I think what this is more indicative of is stubborn sellers and listing agents that are not doing their job. Because while prices are headed downward, sellers are not adjusting their listing prices accordingly, and so they're just getting themselves here. And again, this is why it's so critical in a market like this, whether you're a buyer or seller, that you make the right selection on an agent. And that's something that my business partner John Williams and I pride ourselves on with our company, and with the agents within our company, as well as the agents outside of our company that we work with and do business with and train. And that is that we have the tools available. We have some products available for the market, including the real-time data you saw here at the beginning of this update that nobody else in town has and utilizes the way we do. and then also we have the experience, and our agents have the training to know how to take all this data. I mean, all this data doesn't really mean much if you don't have the ability to interpret it and then relate it or communicate it to a buyer or a seller to apply to their situation. So again, this is just a piece of what we have. If you want to stay informed on the market, and again, whether you're a buyer, a seller, an investor, we've got many tools available here. This is just a small piece. We've got a newsletter. You see a little sample of it here in the upper corner. It's an e-newsletter that comes out every month. It's loaded with market data, news stories, gives you the ability to search the MLS and a whole lot more. You can subscribe to that by going to our website, mo-re.com. That's mo like Missouri, hyphen, dash, whatever you want to call it, dash re like realestate.com, and on there you can see the newsletter sign up, or go to stlouisrealestatenews.com, and in the upper right hand side you'll see a big red and blue box. You can sign up for the newsletter there. We have charts like I've showed you here, real-time market data for any area in St. Louis. You want to see what's going on in Baldwin or Ellisville or Chesterfield or St. Charles, you can go to our site again at mo-re.com, go to market stats. You can see these real-time reports. You can also sign up to get them weekly from us. You can contact me or John. You can reach me at dennis@mo-re.com, or call me on my direct line 314-332-1012, or John at mo-re.com, or call him at 314-414-4114. Finally, you can get this market update that you're seeing now. It's available every week on our website at mo-re.com. You can catch it on our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/morerealtors. Catch it on Facebook, facebook.com/morerealtors. Over on the left side, you'll see market updates. Or new, you can go to iTunes and subscribe to our podcast. This market video is available via podcast. Go to the iTunes store, search St. Louis Real Estate Update, and you'll find us, and then subscribe. You'll see the large there. And here's just one little sample. This is also some other data. This just kind of shows you some of the data we have available. Real-time data for what's going on right now in every market in the area, in the entire St. Louis metro area. You can see median prices, median square footage, how many houses are on the market in the inventory, new listings, how many were absorbed that week, days on the market, etc. A lot of info. So let us know how we can help you. Finally, here's the legal stuff, disclaimers, stuff to the CYA stuff. Read it at your leisure. And finally, that's it. So until next week, thank you and God bless you.